You are not actually in control of yourself. Your brain is basically a toddler with car keys, and you are just hoping it does not crash into a wall. Every craving, every late-night snack raid, every endless scroll through your phone is not some random weakness. It is your brain getting hijacked by dopamine loops carefully engineered by the world around you. Apps, advertisements, even the design of a cookie package, all of it is coded to make you a puppet. The truth is, willpower alone is not enough. If it were, gyms would be full in February, cigarettes would not exist, and no one would ever send a "you up" text at 2 a.m. But science shows there are 5 brutally simple steps that can help you flip the script and turn you from a dopamine puppet into a puppeteer. Imagine there is a little saboteur living rent-free in your skull. It whispers in your ear when you are tired, when you are bored, when you are stressed. Just one more episode, just one more bite, just one more scroll. That voice feels like you, but it is not. It is the limbic system, the ancient emotional part of your brain trying to run the show. Meanwhile, your prefrontal cortex, the rational adult part of your brain, is in the corner trying to keep things under control. This is not a fair fight. It is like Batman trying to reason with the Joker. Step 1 is realizing the Joker's voice is not actually you, it is just noise. The action here is simple but powerful. Name the urge when it appears. Do not say, I am weak. Say, that is my craving talking. This separates you from the impulse. Suddenly, it is not a command. It is just background static you can choose to ignore. Here's a story most people do not know. During the Vietnam War, heroin use among U.S. soldiers was shockingly high. Politicians panicked, assuming thousands of addicted veterans would come home unable to function. But something strange happened. Once those soldiers left the war zone, most of them simply stopped. No rehabs, no endless therapy. They just quit. Why? Because their environment changed. This is the second step. Understand that environment beats willpower every single time. If your kitchen counter has cookies sitting out, you are not fighting hunger. You are fighting a trigger. If your phone buzzes every 3 minutes, you are not fighting boredom. You are fighting a dopamine slot machine. Think of it like this. You do not wrestle a bear every day. You just stop leaving honey on the porch. The action here is clear. Do not put yourself in the ring with temptation. Remove the trigger or swap it for something healthier. Make the wrong choice invisible and the right choice effortless. Here's a trick so simple it feels like cheating. The 10-second rule. Whenever you feel the urge to do something impulsive, delay it by just 10 seconds. Do not say forever. Do not say never again. Just say not yet. Why does this work? Because that tiny pause recruits your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, to step in before your limbic system smashes the big red "do it now" button. Think of your brain like a drunk texter. If you can stop it from sending that message in the first 10 seconds, you are safe. No regrets in the morning. By shrinking the time window and forcing a micropause, you stop treating impulses like orders and start treating them like suggestions. And suggestions are much easier to ignore. The action. Whenever an urge hits, wait 10 seconds. You will be shocked how often the craving loses power in that tiny window. Navy SEALs do not wake up every morning asking themselves, "Do I feel like training today?" They do not negotiate with themselves because their habits have been drilled to the point of automatic reflex. That is the secret. They do not rely on willpower. They rely on systems. Science shows habits reduce decision fatigue. Every choice you do not have to consciously make frees up mental energy for bigger battles. Think of habits as apps running in the background. You do not need to keep re-downloading them every day. They just execute automatically. The action here: stop treating willpower like a muscle you need to flex constantly. Instead, build small, repeatable routines that run on autopilot. Whether it is setting your workout clothes out the night before or keeping your phone out of your bedroom, automation beats motivation every single time. Here is the final and most powerful step: identity. When smokers try to quit, there is a massive difference between saying, "I am trying to quit smoking," versus saying, "I am not a smoker." One is a goal, the other is an identity, and your brain really hates betraying its own brand. Identity-based behavior sticks more than goal-based behavior because it changes the story you tell yourself. You are no longer someone fighting impulses. You are someone who does not even recognize them as part of who you are. Think of it this way: your brain does not like betraying its own brand. So upgrade the brand. Become the person who does not cave, instead of the person who is always trying not to cave. The action: start reinforcing identity statements. Not, "I am trying to eat healthy," but "I am the kind of person who eats healthy." That tiny language shift rewires how your brain responds to temptation. So here is the revelation: controlling yourself is not about brute force or endless self-punishment. It is about rigging the game so you barely need to fight at all. Name the enemy. Hack your triggers, shrink the time window, automate your willpower, and weaponize your identity. Because if your brain is a toddler with car keys, these 5 steps are basically child locks. You will not stop the toddler from existing, but you can stop it from wrecking the car. And now I want to hear from you. What is your funniest or most embarrassing self-control failure? The time you meant to watch one episode and ended up watching a whole season? The "I will just have one cookie" moment that turned into a full-blown cookie massacre? Drop it in the comments. I promise you are not the only one.